Hey there, thanks for watching. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube talk about people's builds and on their trucks and all the things that they are doing. I thought I would try to make something myself. I'm new to making videos, doing content, so forgive me, but I'll show you what I got going on. What I've got is a 91 Chevy OBS, as you call it, two-wheel drive, regular cab, 350, 5-speed. Bought this truck about 8 years ago. Bought it from a company that was using it as a service truck. They kept it parked indoors, so no rust except for like a little bit right there. But the bed is solid, the corners are solid, the cab is solid. Well, at least I thought it was. I'll go over that in a minute. But I thought I would go through and show you what I've been doing, because I've turned it into a full build. It sat for a long time, but now what I'm doing is basically getting ready to pull the cab bed off. Frame's going to get powder coated. The engine and trans is coming out and will be for sale if someone's interested in that. The NV 3500 5-speed. The clutch was not that old, it was only like a few months old when I parked it 8 years ago. And the motor and everything will go. If you're interested, let me know. Kind of walk around here, but what I got going on. Oh, these core supports here, these are going to be replaced. I found a company online that actually makes those. I just got to weld them in. I'll be purchasing those and replacing those prior to the suspension. I'm looking at doing the QA1 full setup, the level 2. That's what I'm looking at doing. And you can see here the interior I've already gutted out, mainly because, like I said, it was a service vehicle, and so getting in and out of the truck all the time, wet feet, muddy feet, this floor pan was rotted out on this side right here. So I replaced the pans already. Had to make a panel for the top up there, but these come really nice. I think I bought these from National Parts Depot, had these. So this is one panel. I did a lap joint here with spot welds through here. I did a butt joint here, can't see, and this is another piece, and I did a butt joint here. I just got to make sure that the spacing between here and here stays right, because that is the seat frame, and you want to make sure that's right. So that is, and the cab mount I had to replace as well. So I've got that in. I like I said, the corners and all this was solid, but the reason it's primed right now is because I had to redo these spot welds, because this piece was replaced underneath here. So that's why it's all primed right now. I'm not a painter. I don't have the right paint gear, but I did find a place here locally that has the aerosol spray that you can get in the body colors, and I see Eastwood has it now as well. So like I said, it's a long bed. The rear brakes, I did those some time ago, but everything in there is brand new. But like I said, I've decided to go ahead. I'm going to pull the bed off, pull the cab off, strip the frame down to nothing, powder coat, and I'm looking at the QA1. I've looked at the Ride Tech as well, but I think I'm going to go with the QA1 setup. If you guys have any thoughts on one way or the other, let me know. But the bed is really solid. This is all the interior panels I've got laying in here. I actually have two dashes, because the one dash that came in the truck had some cracks in it, and so I grabbed another one out of a junkyard, U-Pick junkyard. It was pretty solid, so I pulled it out. But the bed is in really good shape. There's no rust at all in this bed. So the wheel wells look really strong, really solid. So everything's really solid on the truck, which is really great considering it's a Michigan truck. But like I said, the guy that had it used it as a service vehicle, so it was kept inside a shop all the time, and he had air compressor and toolboxes and everything mounted in it. So I bought it from him for $500. And I thought, well, let's get it going. And so when I stripped out the interior, because I was going to rebuild the interior, because the interior was really bad. It had really bad carpet, headliner was sagging, the glove box door was broke. So I decided to replace everything new on the interior and leave the outside alone. But then that's when I found the bad floor pan, so I had to replace that, and I let it sit for a while. And so now I'm getting back into it, but now I'm getting into it pretty solid though. The AC heater core box, I have another video on that I can put a link to, but this is all been rebuilt. I got all new relays, actuators, everything's been gone through, everything's been resealed, everything's brand new in that, the evaporator core, the heater core, and everything in there. So I'll get that put back in. And just so you know what I'm going back with, since I taking the engine out, is a Blueprint 383 stroker. The multi-port injection is what I'm going with. And I'm going with a Tremec TKX 5-speed in there. And they're really I'm getting that from American Powertrain. They did a really good job putting a package together of the transmission, the bell housing, the clutch, the flywheel, the hydraulic, the slave cylinder, the master cylinder, cross member for the trans, so that does have to get relocated from the factory, and then the drive shaft is part of that deal as well. And what I like about them too, they don't start their warranty until you call to order the drive shaft, because that means it's ready to go. So anyway, so that's what I've got going on here with this. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, all this is coming off, all this is coming out. The engine, transmission will be for sale. If anyone's interested, let me know. The body, I'm not painting it, and I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna wash it. But everything underneath is gonna be really nice and clean. Wheels is the one thing that I have not decided on yet. I've been looking at Detroit steel wheel rallies, 20-inch, but I don't know if I want to go that route. I've seen some trucks with some really nice wheels, but I don't necessarily want to copy what everyone else is doing. So I haven't decided on what wheels to do yet. And just so you know, this is my little garage, my shop that I use. So yes, it does get messy, as with most people. I don't have nice shops with bright lights and crystal clear floors and everything. This is just me in a garage, and I work a job every day. So this is me in the evenings, weekends, but my kids are grown, they're gone now. I've got the time, I've got the money. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this into the project truck that I want it to be. I see a lot of short beds. People are taking long beds, converting them to short beds, but I think I'm gonna keep it a long bed, but would be about a 4-6 drop on it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.